But we welcome you into tonight's broadcast of Roseburg High Sports on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. Good evening, everybody. I'm Joey Kieran. It's great to have you with us here on this Tuesday night from the Rogue Valley as we get ready for Roseburg basketball. Looking forward to seeing how Roseburg does a second time around against this South Medford team. The previous meeting was in the Abby's Holiday Classic back on December 29th, and not a lot necessarily has changed for Roseburg, but things have changed. They've added in Carson Six. They've started to figure out some of their rotation a little bit, and they are looking strong coming off of that win against South Eugene, but they'll see if they can continue the positive momentum, a game where they showed a lot of energy, something that Coach Jordan Humphreys has talked about a lot in our conversations this year, wanting to see his team come out with energy and effort. They did that against South Eugene. Can they keep it up against the very difficult Panthers? South Medford has played a very difficult schedule this season, and they've done pretty well at 12-2. And they had a big win against Roseburg back on December 29th. In that opening game from the Abby's Holiday Classic, they held Roseburg to their lowest scoring output of the season. Can Roseburg handle the Panthers and their high-paced offense and keep up? Can they slow things down and keep themselves in this one? We will find out as we get ready to go for tonight's matchup. Here at the home of the Panthers, Joey Kieran in Medford with you as we count down to tip-off of tonight's matchup. Already the third game of the day on this floor, freshman and JV playing earlier, and the game I was able to catch the tail end of, the JV game, Roseburg losing in that one 69-55, a tight game at halftime, and then South Medford pulling away in the second half for the victory. When we come back after a quick timeout, we're going to get a chance to catch up with head coach of the Roseburg Indians. Jordan Humphreys is going to be joining us on the show here tonight. I want to remind everybody our game is streaming live online at 541radio.com. You can watch the action with us live there. We are streaming at 541radio.com throughout the rest of the conference season for the Roseburg boys. We're picking up the girls' games when we get the opportunity to, much like this upcoming Saturday. And you can watch them there at 541radio.com or head to our YouTube channel, 1490 The Score on YouTube, where we have all the games that we've done in the past archived, and you can keep track to it. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel to stay up to date with Roseburg High Sports throughout the entire school year. Back after a 2-minute break with a word with head coach Jordan Humphreys on 541radio.com and on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
Get ready to satisfy your dessert cravings with Mountain Mike's new mini churros. These delicious bite-sized churros are the perfect dessert to pair with your favorite Mountain Mike's pizza, made with only the freshest and finest ingredients, dough made fresh daily with 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese, and toppings to the edge. For limited time only, get 16 mini churros for the whole family for only $4.99. Don't wait. Order yours today for dine-in, carry-out, or delivery.
Deciding where to purchase your next vehicle is just as important as the vehicle itself. At Roseburg Honda, our seasoned staff is dedicated to matching you with the right car. From sales to service, our goal is to make sure all of your needs are met, and you leave our dealership feeling good every time you visit. No need to waste your valuable time driving up and down the freeway when the ultimate car buying experience is right here at home. Roseburg Honda. We treat you like family.
Back here with more of our pregame on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM, as the Roseburg Indians get ready to take on the South Medford Panthers down here in Medford, getting ready for this Southwest Conference makeup game. Coach Jordan Humphreys joining us here. Coach, you guys coming off of the first win in conference play, taking down a South Eugene team there at home. Coming away from that one, it seemed like maybe you guys finally saw that effort piece that you've been looking for your team to show in a game almost throughout all four quarters.
Yeah, we did kind of put together most of the whole game as far as playing how it goes. Still a little, basketball's a game of runs, and we got up early and let them come back, and then, got a big lead again and let them come back in the third, and then got a big lead at the end. So it's a game of runs. It'd be nice if we kind of cut some of those runs down. But yeah, the effort was there and the energy was there, and I think the guys saw how that affects the game, and are ready to hopefully build off of that and bring some more down here to a tough place to play.
Yeah, definitely. A couple of things that stand out to me. We saw at Sheldon, they came out flat and got themselves behind. Hung with Sheldon the final three quarters, but it's too big of a hole to climb out of. There you guys come out and start fast. Had to maybe like that. And then also, like you mentioned, allowed them to come back into the game and, take a lead at halftime, get back in after getting a big lead in the second half. Were you at least happy to see that they didn't throw it in? And obviously they showed a little bit of strength and backbone, clawing yourselves back in front to win by a comfortable margin? Yeah,
definitely. And I think, kind of figuring out personnel stuff and kind of different guys that bring different energy at different times. And, now that guys are playing hard more often, then they get tired a little bit quicker. And so it's trying to find some different rotations when guys do get tired from playing hard. But yeah, definitely, we've had that in the past where we get down and we're not able to climb out of it. So it was good to see that even when South made a good run, we were able to answer with a run of our own.
Talking about rotation stuff, I know even from the last time you faced this South Medford team here in Medford in that Abbey's Holiday Classic, you guys have a lineup that's a little different with the addition of Carson Six getting heavy minutes coming back for you here. You still kind of feeling this team out a little bit? I know we're getting towards the tail end of the season here, but you've had the lineup change a little bit with the addition of Six back out there and getting other guys healthy and consistently there. You still feeling out kind of how you want this whole thing to come together by the end of the season?
Yeah, with 2 quarantines and lots of time off, and then definitely Carson coming back and being a great leader and a great calming presence on the floor, and bringing different things to the table than what we have. It's definitely still figuring out rotations and figuring out who plays well together and how to get that energy. We've definitely shortened our rotations a little bit the last few games, and probably stick with that shorter rotation. We've kind of dialed in who we want where, and I think we're going to kind of keep it short as we move forward.
Yeah. Tonight you guys have South Medford, a team 12-2 on the season, undefeated in conference right now. They've got a ranking next to their name out of that coaches poll that the OSAA does, and they've got a talented roster as they usually do most years. What do you look at? What do you see when you look at this team on tape? What are some of the things that you guys are going to be up against here tonight?
Well, obviously they're super athletic. They always are, and they play hard. And so we've got to try to figure out where we have mismatches, how to contain their athleticism, how to make them think about what they have to do instead of just going through the motions. So we're going to throw a few different things at them, give them some different looks, kind of like we did last year when we had a close game with them at home, and try to, we got them tonight to try to figure it out, and we'll get them one more time to, hopefully get it tonight or the next time. That's always one of our goals, is to prepare to beat the best teams in league, and so that's what we're up against tonight.
Yeah, definitely looks like a good one out there. All right, South Medford and Roseburg getting ready to square off. Coach, thanks for the time and good luck tonight. And that is head coach Jordan Humphreys joining us here on the program this evening as we get ready for a late one here from Medford. As we were discussing earlier tonight, we got a late one because 3 games on the same floor. Normally they've got the auxiliary gym here at South Medford High School, and they will usually have 1 game going on up in the auxiliary gym and then 1 game on the main floor for the freshmen and JV, and then they will play the varsity game after the JV game here on the main floor. But apparently tonight, due to the, and I think not just tonight, but in general, due to the pandemic, they didn't want to cram a lot of people into the auxiliary gym, which is definitely a little bit small and not a lot of space to allow people to spread out just a little bit. They've decided to book all 3 games tonight here on the main floor, and so it started with the freshmen, then the JV, now the varsity, and they get a little bit of a later start because of that. So we start at 7:30 tonight, and we're going to get going pretty close to that here this evening as we count down towards tip-off between Roseburg and South Medford. 7:30, a late one. We'll be getting back late, and then it's a busy week for Roseburg. This is a makeup game. This game was previously scheduled for earlier in the season but was postponed. And so Roseburg and South Medford making this game up here tonight. And because of that, Roseburg will have a busy week. They play tonight here at South Medford. They will play at home against Grants Pass on Friday for the boys, and then they turn around and play back here in Medford on Saturday against the North Medford Black Tornado. They will take them on there at North Medford High School. So 3 games this week for the Roseburg boys and for the girls. They played earlier tonight up at Roseburg High School, and the final score there knew it would probably be a tough test for that Roseburg girl team. They fall against South Medford, one of the top teams in the 6A classification, ranked number 4 in the latest coaches poll. South Medford wins 73-13 in the girls' game earlier tonight. So tough one there for the Roseburg girls. Knew it would be a tough test against one of the best teams in the state. We are counting down to tip-off here and want to let you know, again, we are streaming with video online at 541radio.com. I do really hope that everything is working out for fans trying to tune in and watch. We are trying to work off of a internet stream that may not necessarily keep up with us all the way through. So I'm hoping that things will be stable and you guys will be able to follow the action with us there on 541radio.com, watching there, or on our YouTube channel, where you can subscribe and watch to our YouTube channel, watch Roseburg High Sports throughout the entire school year. We'll have spring sports coming up here in just about a month away from now. But if for any reason now or at any time you're trying to watch things online at 541radio.com or on our YouTube channel and things are just not working out with the internet stream, you can always listen to the game on our radio station. That is 92.3 FM and 1490 AM in Douglas County. And with the new 92.3 FM signal, we're covering most of Douglas County. Up and down I-5, you can get the signal in real nice and clear. I was listening to it quite a bit of my way down here to Medford today, in fact. So if you are looking to catch sports talk or live sports coverage in Douglas County, 92.3 FM might be a better fit than 1490 AM, our flagship frequency. But if you are outside of our listening area and the video stream's not keeping up, you can always listen to the audio stream, basically the radio broadcast. You can listen to that portion by streaming online at 541radio.com. Listen to the audio, listen live to the 1490 The Score there at 541radio.com. Or you can use the 541 Radio app and stream our station there as well. So really just all of that to say, there are a lot of ways for you to keep up with Roseburg High Sports here throughout this evening and throughout the school year. So I hope you guys take advantage. It's great to be able to have all those options available to you, the fans, for tuning in. I know it's a late one in Medford. Not everybody going to make the trek down here to watch this game tonight. Also, with fan limitations, that obviously puts a bit of a damper on some things as well. So a lot of reasons to be maybe tuning in and following the action with us tonight here on 541radio.com and on The Score. And we appreciate you tuning in and joining us. If you do and would like to help make sure that this continues to happen, as you know, we'd like it to. It's nice to be able to do this for a living, as well as it's great to be able to provide this service to the fans that can't make it to the games. We ask that you help support the sponsors that make this possible. Sponsors like Dr. Alanson Randall. They are accepting new patients, so give them a call at 541-378-6694. Also, Chuck Swarman Family Auto Repair. You want to make sure you're ready to go where life takes you. And, of course, we want to say thanks to Barnes Heating and Cooling, your complete energy company. Visit barnesheatingandcooling.com or call them at 541-459-1545. All right, we are just about ready to go for this one here tonight. Roseburg and South Medford will take a 2-minute timeout. Come back with your starting lineups here on 541radio.com and on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
We are Douglas County Farmers Co-op, but we're not just for farmers. We serve all residents of Douglas County because we are Douglas County. Stop by today for everything from a tank of gas to a bite to eat anytime you're hungry. Pick up something for yourself, your home, and those you care for. Celebrating 100 years of service Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Good people, good products, and good advice.
I am a nurse,
a firefighter,
a college student,
a mother,
and I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready
for every storm
and disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors,
my family,
and my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
As a doctor, I kept myself safe from COVID by following all the proper protocols. Then I visited my family, and we all got COVID. I debated getting the vaccine since I gained the COVID antibodies. I changed my mind because I learned the antibodies may not offer full protection. But getting the vaccine after COVID can help prevent you from getting sick again. It also lowers your risk of getting someone else sick. So whether you've already had COVID or you're still unvaccinated, please get the vaccine.
Our national anthem here tonight from South Medford High School as we get ready to go. Roseburg and South Medford. It's time now to take a look at our starting lineups for tonight's matchup. First, taking a look at the visiting team. That is your Roseburg Indians tonight at 4-9 on the season. Head coach Jordan Humphreys. Starting lineup will have Micah Mendoza, the sophomore, along with junior Carter Stedman, a senior Ben Pike in the starting five tonight, along with Boston Williams. And rounding out the starting five will be Carson Six, your starting five for Roseburg here this evening. Ben Pike coming off of a season-high 18 points in the win against South Eugene. Meanwhile, on the other side of the floor, it is the South Medford Panthers, 12-2 on the year, led by head coach James Whiteman, number 9 in the latest coaches poll. It'll be a sophomore guard at 6 feet, Jackson Wayland, getting the start, along with freshman guard, 6'1", Drew Hall. A senior at 6'1", a guard, DJ Daniel. Desmond Claiborne, a 6'5" senior, starting tonight for the Panthers. And then rounding it out is Devin Malcolm, a senior, 6'3" forward. And that is your starting five for the Panthers as they take the floor here at home. Getting ready to go for tonight's matchup, Roseburg and South Medford squaring off here tonight at the home of the Panthers. Well, we get ready to go here. Roseburg will be in the road blacks. And in the home whites is South Medford in the center. I believe it'll be Ben Pike jumping for Roseburg. We do have a technical foul. Free throws for Roseburg to start out. At the line is going to be Micah Mendoza. Starting out with some free throws because of a dunking penalty at the start of in the pregame. South Medford was hit with that penalty for dunking during their pregame warm-ups. And so Roseburg gets the free throws and the basketball, and they will start moving left to right on your radio dial. In the front court with it, Carter Stedman working against Wayland. We'll move it up. That ball poked away. This could be a highlight play here. The big dunk from Devin Malcolm. And Malcolm will give South Medford the lead 2-0. Malcolm, the transfer from Butte Falls, is a guy getting college looks already. And I've been seeing some highlights from him. He is a high flyer. Into the half court, Stedman will have it. Holds the basketball well from beyond the arc. And will pass to the far side. Man-to-man defense here from South Medford. Williams with it. Will hand it off to Pike. Pike out near the top, looking underneath, finds the cutter. Carson 6, his lay-in won't fall. Down with it comes South Medford up the floor quickly. Malcolm going to go right to the rim. And Malcolm, easy 2 for him. And Devin Malcolm with a quick start. 4 points for the senior. Pressure in the backcourt by South Medford. Roseburg still in the half court, will break it. Ball across the timeline to Carson 6. Holding on the far side, Boston Williams. Williams, yo-yo dribble out at the top between the circles. Looks right side, gets it to Stedman as Roseburg runs through their offense. No Colton Marshers for Roseburg here tonight. Ben Pike will have it at the top. Pass it away to Mendoza, left side. Mendoza, high flyer. He can get up there and throw down as well. Right side, 6th cutter, couldn't quite squeeze it through the hole. Taken away by Medford, up the floor. Whelan with the reverse lay-in. And there's another 2 for South Medford, leading 6-1. On top by 5 for South. And continuing to press in the backcourt. Quick start for the Panthers. Driving into the half court, to the ground goes Williams. Lost it as he was harassed on the other side, and now hacked going to the line will go Devin Malcolm. Malcolm will draw the foul. That foul goes against Carter Stedman, who will pick up his first team foul of the ball game, and Devin Malcolm goes to the line. He will bank in his first shot. Not the prettiest, but it is effective. 7-1 the score. Second free throw coming. Back iron, no good. 7-1 remains the score. Roseburg into the half court. Stedman with it. Out at the top. Trailing by 6 here. 5:58 to go first period. Directing traffic and a whistle. 5-second count. Turnover by Roseburg on the pressure by the Panthers. Stedman hung on to it too long. Gets called. Whelan will bring it up the floor for the Panthers. Feels like one of the first times they've had the ball not in transition. Driving left side, kick out to the top. Into the corner, Hall, the freshman, for a 3. Got it. 10-1. Hot start for the Panthers here, and they started hot against Roseburg the last time the two teams met in December, and they're doing it again here tonight. Pitch and catch in the backcourt. Lob it up the floor to Carson 6. He avoids getting trapped in the half court, gets it underneath to Ben Pike. And a travel call. 5:19 to go. It's been all South Medford here early on. And a timeout taken by Roseburg. The Tribe will take a timeout. Let's do it as well. 30-second timeout. Back with more as South Medford leads 10-1 over Roseburg on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Get ready to satisfy your dessert cravings with Mountain Mike's new mini churros. These delicious bite-sized churros are the perfect dessert to pair with your favorite Mountain Mike's pizza, made with only the freshest and finest ingredients, dough made fresh daily with 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese, and toppings to the edge. For limited time only, get 16 mini churros for the whole family for only $4.99. Don't wait. Order yours today for dine-in, carry-out, or delivery.
Out of the timeout by Roseburg. South Medford with it, leading 10-1. Whelan will bring it into the half court. Pass to the right side. Out to the top. Malcolm with it. Driving to the free throw line. Spin move. Gets in the air. Double clutch. A bucket and the foul for the senior Devin Malcolm. He's now got 7 points here in the ball game. Roseburg won against South Medford. The and one is good for Malcolm. 13-1 now. South Medford in front. Again pressing in the backcourt. Stedman looking. Pass tipped. At midcourt. 6 will get it into the half court. Pressured. Aggressive defense from South. Bounce in the middle. Pike with it. Turnaround shot blocked. Out to Mendoza for a 3. That shot off the mark. Rebound pulled down by Williams. Back to Mendoza. Roseburg will get a third look at it here on this possession. Trailing 13-11, 4:34 to go, first quarter. Dribble to the far side, Mendoza looking for a path, will not find it. His pass taken away, out in front. There goes the tomahawk jam by Devin Malcolm. He's got a couple of big dunks already in this one, and he adds to the lead, 15-1, South in front. Just running away here, driving in, cradle the basketball, gets to the rim. Williams off the mark with his shot. 14-point lead here, up the floor, a three. Oh, that one all the way down and then spits back out. Off the mark for Hall. Roseburg will get the stop. One shot possession. Now trying to counter in the corner. It is Carson Six. Carson Six will get a three. First field goal of the night for Roseburg. And they're on the board. It once again missed much so far in this one. And that was Desmond Claiborne on the miss. Left side, Williams tries to feed it down to Carson Six. That ball saved back in bounds, and Claiborne comes up with it. South up the floor on the far side. Back out. A three by Whalen. That one front iron up and over the backboard. And out of bounds to Roseburg. 15-4. That was a 15-0 run by South Medford to start out the ball game. Daniil Olson will check in for Roseburg. Boston Williams will come out. End of the game for South Medford, Gabe Adams. Also coming into the game, I was trying to get the number on the other player there. Titus Bloodsaw coming into the game for the Panthers. Out at the top, Stedman, head fake, gets in the lane, gets into the middle. Kick out for the three by Olson. He's got a spot up three. Daniil Olson gets another three for Roseburg. Needing a couple of those, they've got it back down to an 8-point game up the floor. Out at the top, lob near side. Bloodsaw looking in the middle. Olson giving him the left hand. He wouldn't take it. Back out between the circles with it. Hall hands it off. Howell drives to the left elbow, pulls up for the jumper from 15 foot. And Bowden Howell will get his first points of the night. And it's 17-7. Back to a 10-point game. Driving in, Mendoza misses on his shot. Gets a putback. And Micah Mendoza will get two. And the scoring coming quick and often here. 17-9 your score. 2:10 to go first quarter. Left side with it. On the wing is Howell. Lob back out to the top. Hall gets it now. Drives the left elbow. Stops, spins around. Pass it out to the top. Howell looking to the post. Will get it back on the right wing. He'll launch a deep three. That one rims out. And fighting underneath for position. Micah D will also come in. Hunter Fullerton in for Roseburg, a D in for South Medford. An 8-point game. Been as much as a 14-point lead for South Medford. Stedman through the center circle, walking it up the floor. Pass left side to Fullerton. Had a hot finish to the game on Saturday against South Eugene. Fullerton trapped in the corner, lob it into the middle. Mendoza gets airborne, draws the whistle, can't get the ball to fall. And Micah Mendoza will head to the free throw line on the third team foul for South Medford. And this will be a quick second for Gabe Adams. He picks up 2 fouls. Trying to cut into the lead, 17-9. Apparently my button's not wanting to work the way they're supposed to. 17-9 your score here. 1:34 to go in the first period. Micah Mendoza missing the front end. And he'll hit the second. He is 2 of 4 at the line, 2 of those being technical foul shot at the start of the game. 7-point game, 17-10. Roseburg weathering the storm a bit. Now a steal by Mendoza, one-on-one. He's going to attack the rim. A wild shot draws the foul from Bowden Howell. And that'll send Mendoza back to the free throw line, the only guy to go to the line for Roseburg so far in the ball game. He's got a chance to cut down to the deficit here at the stripe. Roseburg in the game against South Eugene was 14-24 from the line. Was not pretty against the Axe, and hopefully they worked on that. Mendoza does hit the first of 2. Tonight's game brought to you by Roseburg Honda. Buying a car can be a hassle, just like shooting free throws. But at Roseburg Honda, it's different. Customer satisfaction, their highest priority. They treat you like family because they are family. 1 of 2 from the line for Mendoza. 17-11, a 6-point game. Roseburg fighting their way back. Pass into the middle. Gabe Adams made a nice step-around move, but his shot got caught in the armpit of the rim. Out for a three. That one's too long. Rebound pulled down by Fullerton, and Roseburg will get the stop on a couple of looks by the Panthers. Dribbling up the floor, Fullerton nearly lost the handle. We'll get it back. Stedman will have it out at the top. 53 seconds to go here in the first period. Driving left side, Fullerton cut off, back out, gets it to 6 on the left wing. He's got a 3 so far in the game. 6 holding, 43 seconds to go. Fullerton's going to launch a 3. That one back iron, no good. Rebound pulled down by the Panthers. Up the floor comes South Medford. On the right side with it, crossover. Into the lane, at the free throw line. The jump stop and the fadeaway shot from Bowden Howell. A lot of Dirk Nowitzki in that move, and he gets it to fall, puts it at an 8-point lead, 19-11, 21 seconds to go, first period. Out at the top, Stedman, crossover, goes left, pass it back off to Fullerton. Fullerton out between the circles, 13 seconds to play. Hands it off to Stedman, 9 seconds, holds there. Looking to move, 6 seconds, 5 seconds. Pass to 6, gets the handoff to Stedman. He'll launch a shot, hit, and that one will finish out the first period. Shot blocked. It's 19-11. South Medford in front of Roseburg by 8. We'll take a 60-second break and come back after this on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
We are Douglas County Farmers Co-op, but we're not just for farmers. We serve all residents of Douglas County because we are Douglas County. Stop by today for everything from a tank of gas to a bite to eat anytime you're hungry. Pick up something for yourself, your home, and those you care for. Celebrating 100 years of service, Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Good people, good products, and good advice.
Hey there, sports fans. It's Joey Kieran with the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. We're bringing you more local sports content as we change up our weekday sports lineup. We've got the Bald-Faced Truth with John Canzano, noon to 3 every weekday. And then from 4 to 6 is the James Crepia Show. More local sports talk here on Douglas County's Home for Sports, the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Second quarter here from South Medford High School. Roseburg trailing 19-11, fighting their way back in. Tonight's game brought to you by Flyaway Travel. Contact their travel experts for your travel plans. Call them at 672-5701. Roseburg with the steal after the mishandle by South Medford. Lay-in is good for Hunter Fullerton. His first points of the ball game. And Roseburg gets a quick 2 to start out the second quarter, trailing by 6, fighting their way back in. Roseburg did not score 10 or more points in a quarter against South Medford the first time until the fourth quarter, so much better start here tonight as a shot blocked out of bounds by Roseburg. It'll stay with South. Checking into the game will come Big Pike. And we are hearing that the video stream may be having some issues buffering. Again, you can listen to the game streaming on 541radio.com, listen live to the score, or you can also find it on the radio, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. Devin Malcolm didn't like the hard contact he took, and now he's providing some hard contact on the defense as Roseburg got a takeaway on the inbound pass. Ball tipped out of bounds will stay with Roseburg here on the near sideline in front of the South Medford bench. Roseburg will set up on their inbound pass. You've got Fullerton, Olsen, Pike. Fullerton, Olsen, Pike, Williams, and Mendoza on the floor as the officials letting Roseburg know their bench needed to sit down. Mendoza will get it on the far side, launches a 3, stepped into it, won't get the shot. Rebound tipped by Olsen, but it'll stay with South Medford. Panthers will have it, bringing it up the floor, leading by 6. Opening minute of the second quarter. Driving to the free throw line, Hall kicks to the corner. Driving baseline, South Medford's Bloodsaw kicks it into the corner. A 3 rattles through for Bowden Howell. They'll stretch it back to a 9-point lead in favor of the Panthers. Out at the top, Williams with it. Working against Malcolm, and Malcolm going to get called for the reach. Devin Malcolm picking up his first. 6:46 to go here in the second quarter. Coach Humphreys hollering from the bench, not happy with some of the execution from his team.
We request that you wear your mask properly, under the chin and over the nose.
Officials communicating here for a moment. Officials still talking, not sure about what. Gives us a second to let you know. Tonight's game sponsored by Fisher's Hearth and Home, serving Douglas County for over 30 years with the largest selection of wood, gas, pellet, and electric stoves and fireplaces in the area. Fisher's Hearth and Home. All right, if whatever it was, they've got it settled. Hall, Howell, Adee, Malcolm, and Claiborne out on the floor for South Medford here in the second quarter. Mendoza lobs it to the near side to Fullerton. Fullerton will launch a three, missed everything but a whistle. Stops play as South Medford had the rebound. They're going to call that foul against Ben Pike, who picks up his second. That's kind of big there for Roseburg. 5 team fouls for South Medford. Roseburg with 3. Bringing the ball up the floor, Hall, Howell, Bodenhowell gets it now at the top of the key. Reverts back to his right, working against Mendoza. Foul on the ground, no bucket. And Bodenhowell, the freshman, can't believe he doesn't get the call there. I can't believe they've got multiple freshmen at 6'1" in their starting lineup for this South Medford team. They're never short of talent down here at Medford. Jackson Whalen will come back into the game for the Panthers. Checking out will be Micah D. 22-13 your score, 6:22 to go here in the second quarter. South Medford with the ball, lob it out to the top to Malcolm, hands it off. Howell a three, a deep one, and he buries that one. It's his second of the game. And Bodenhowell will make it a 12-point game, back to double figures for South Medford. 25-13. Free throw line, stopping, bounce pass intended for Pike, and it is taken away. Malcolm stepped right in front of that, lobs it up the floor, the give and go, and that's a quick 2 for Desmond Claiborne, and that'll prompt a timeout by Roseburg. Roseburg will take the timeout. Let's get in a break as well. A 60-second break here on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
Out of the Roseburg timeout, Roseburg basketball. Roseburg trailing 27-13. Joey Kieran here with you. A 14-point lead, matching the largest of the game for the Panthers. They continue to press. Danil Olsen will get it across the timeline out to Boston Williams. And Williams will get his first points of the game. And he gets Roseburg a big 3 there, 27-16, and a foul now on the other side called against Roseburg. 5:34 to go here. This one called against Hunter Fullerton, picking up his first. That is now 5 team fouls against Roseburg. Inbound out to the top, into the corner. Pass tipped up and out of bounds. It'll stay with South Medford. Roseburg getting a hand in the passing lane as Jackson Whelan tried to toss it away. Inbound on the sideline, far away from us here as we're kind of tucked up in the corner at South Medford High School. Inbound goes to Whalen. He will dribble left, working against Williams. Pass it away. That is Howell with it at the left wing. Around the perimeter they go to Whelan. Whelan finds the cutter. Down on the right blocks, backing in. Howell with that Dirk shot. Bodenhowell, he's got that fadeaway shot working to perfection. 29-16, back to a 13-point lead for the Panthers. Again, pressure up the floor. Get it to Fullerton. Fullerton to the baseline. Carson 6 wanted to pass along the baseline, just never got an open lane, and now will commit a foul on the outlet. Up the way we go. So Carson 6 will pick up his first after the turnover by Roseburg. They had a decent look at it. 6 just being a little unselfish and a little too much. 4:54 to go here in the second quarter. Inbound to Whalen. He'll bring it up across the timeline with the left hand. Drives into the lane. Pulls up for there from the jumper, and it's short. Rebound pulled down by Olsen. Devin Malcolm applying pressure in the backcourt, nearly out of steal. Roseburg will bring it up the floor. Williams gets it to Fullerton for a 3. Clanks off the right iron. No good. Rebound pulled down by Malcolm. Up the floor. Whelan to 3. And Whelan's shot is no good. Rebound tipped to Olsen. Roseburg down with the stop. 29-16 your score. 4:22 to go. A corner 3 by the lefty, Micah Mendoza. And another big bucket needed there by Roseburg. They get back within 10. 29-19. Out at the top, nearly a chance at a steal, and stepping into a 3. Big answer on the other side. Third 3 of the game for Bolden Howell. And that freshman is a shooter. 32-19 your score. Roseburg trapped in the backcourt. 6 will bounce it across the timeline up to Mendoza. Mendoza pass in the corner. A catch and shoot 3 for Olsen. It's raining here at Medford. Daniil Olsen drops a 3 in for Roseburg. Back and forth, they trade buckets. Back to a 10-point game, 32-22, 3:40 to go, second quarter. Devin Malcolm will have it, left wing. Fakes the handoff, will keep it himself on the left side. Crossover dribble, step back, going for the 3, and way off the mark. He wanted the highlight 3, nearly gets a steal in the backcourt, bumping players, and finally there's a foul call. Malcolm had that shimmy shake, lost to the defender, wanted the step back, in your face 3, missed it badly, then tried to make up for it with his defense and gets called for the foul. Devin Malcolm, his second. 16 fouls both sides now. Devin Malcolm will take a seat, so does Desmond Claiborne. In the game comes Dylan Espinoza for South Medford. Titus Bloodsaw as well. Roseburg will have Williams, Mendoza, Olsen, 6, and Stedman in the game. Final 3:20 coming up here in the second quarter. Mendoza will run the point as he brings it through the center circle. Roseburg moving left to right on your radio dial. Crossover, left side. Mendoza bounce it to the top to Stedman. Back to Mendoza for a long 3. Nothing but nylon. And Mendoza, the sophomore, a big 3. Gets Roseburg back within 7. 32-25. Roseburg hanging around, not going away against this tough Medford team. Driving right side, trying to split all the defense, and nearly got the shot to fall. Drew Hall, the freshman, drawing a foul, and this puts South Medford into the bonus as Roseburg hits the limit. It'll be a 1-and-1 opportunity. The foul goes against Boston Williams, his first. Williams will check out as Fullerton right back into the game after a quick break. And then going to the line will be Drew Hall. If he hits the first, we'll take a quick break for a legal ID. He does hit the first. Let's break for a station identification. This is Roseburg basketball on the score. Out of the legal ID, another free throw good for Drew Hall, and then a timeout by South Medford. Let's take a 30-second timeout here on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Back here at South Medford High School, Roseburg trailing 34-25. South Medford has stretched it out to as much as a 14-point lead twice in this one, but Roseburg has not given up. They have continued to stay with it as offensive foul called, trying to get to the far side of the floor. Micah Mendoza, I believe, is called for the Carson Six called for the foul. He gets called for the screen, trying to free up Micah Mendoza. So Roseburg now up to 8 fouls on the offensive there. Giving the ball back to South Medford from the left elbow. Shot hit and knocked to the floor. Jackson Whalen puts it through. 11-point game up the floor quickly. Micah Mendoza missing on the first attempt. Ball tipped around. He got the second shot up, and the ball tipped out will stay with Roseburg. So Roseburg will inbound from their own baseline. Inbound goes to Olsen on the right side, driving to the free throw line. Bounce back out into the corner for Six. Six lost the handle, gets it back. Get it to Stedman in the corner, right side on the baseline. Lob out to the top. Fullerton straightaway three, and Hunter Fullerton makes him pay. Gets his first three of the night. And now a tip ball taken away by Roseburg. They'll have it back, trying to attack. Stedman draws a foul. Had made the short pass to Micah Mendoza, but the whistle before the handoff. They call that foul against Dylan Espinoza. 8-point game, and it's in the bonus now for Roseburg as well. Hunter Fullerton makes the first and will give Roseburg a shot at 2 points here at the line. Roseburg basketball on the score is brought to you by Good Vibrations, solutions for home theater and automotive audio. You can feel it at Good Vibes. Hunter Fullerton hits them both. And Roseburg's back within 6. Pressing the Panthers here. Lob across the floor. Howell with it. One-handed push pass to the far side. Dump it down in the middle. Trying to square up Bloodsaw. Has to give it away and out to the top for Howell. 1:36 to go here in the first half. Howell driving to the free throw line. Working against Fullerton. Pass into the corner. Dribble out to the top for Hall. Back to Howell in the corner. Whalen gets it out at the top. Driving right side against Stedman. Jump stop. Got his defense to lose him. And it works perfect for the sophomore, Jackson Whalen. And Roseburg will bring it up the floor, trailing by 8. 38-30, a minute 13 to go. Fullerton comes to get it out between the circles. Pass it away left side to Six. Six working against Bloodsaw. Had it tipped out of his hands. It stays with Roseburg. It'll be Fullerton to inbound as Roseburg spreads the floor. Get the ball to Fullerton, inbound. 1:04 to go here in the first half. Roseburg down by 8. A couple of crossovers here, trying to drive. Jump stop, puts up the shot. That one got redirected a bit for Mendoza. It does not fall. Rebound pulled down by South, working up the floor quickly. On the far side, bumped a few times, no whistle. Drew Hall still has it. Six marking him closely. Left side, Whalen. Down to Howell, working against Fullerton. We're going to back him in. Double team came. And Fullerton knocked to the ground. Not an offensive. They're going to call this foul against Micah Mendoza. Roseburg deciding to double team against Bolden Howell. Howell has looked good, and he'll go to the line here for a 1-and-1 opportunity. Roseburg up to 19 fouls. And I'm not surprised. Howell hits the first. He has been deadly with the ball in his hands so far tonight, 39-30. Roseburg basketball on the score also brought to you by DC Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop. Second free throw is good. 10-point game. Howell having a big first half. He's got 17 points already in this ball game against Roseburg. High scoring first half as well. Roseburg already has eclipsed how many points they scored against South Medford the first time, and we're not even at halftime. 20 seconds to go. Pass left side. Fullerton with it. Again, no Colton Marsters for Roseburg tonight. Hoping he'll be available again for him soon. Bounce pass left side. Stedman gets it back from 6. 8 seconds to go. Fullerton with it out at the top. Olsen gets it, trying to step around the defense. Will put up a shot. And off the mark, rebound pulled down by South Medford. And we will go to the halftime with a 10-point game. South Medford stretching it out. 2 more points after the first quarter lead. Roseburg was down by 8 at the end of the first quarter, down by 10 here at the halftime break. But a quarter where Roseburg was down by as many as 14. They found ways to fight their way back into this one. We go to the halftime break. Our score is 40-30. Roseburg is trailing South Medford, looking for a big second half coming up here on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
At Brooke Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brooke Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brooke Communications.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
I'm Amelia Snow. I work in the intensive care unit at Mercy Medical Center in Roseburg. I have seen the terrible damage COVID has done to my patients and their families. Without a vaccine, people of all ages can get very sick, even if they were perfectly healthy before they had COVID. The COVID vaccine is safe and effective and will reduce your risk of getting so sick you wind up at Mercy Medical. Get vaccinated, and I won't have to see you in the ICU.
And we welcome you back here to South Medford High School tonight. The Roseburg Indians trying to pick up their second conference win as they look to hand South Medford their first. But they've got a little bit of work to do, trailing by 10 at halftime. Much more competitive this time around than it was the first time when Roseburg lost 68-27 in the Abbeys Classic here at South Medford High School. Roseburg unable to score more than 10 points in a single quarter in that one until the fourth quarter when the game was well in hand. Here tonight, Roseburg much better on the offensive side of the board. But South Medford has been equally good, very dangerous from long range. 4 made three-pointers in this game already for South Medford, plus doing well on the defensive side. For Roseburg, they've been what's been keeping them in this one is the long-range shooting. Roseburg already in this game, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 7 made three-pointers in this game already for Roseburg. That is what has been keeping them in it. They've been having to deal with the height advantage of South Medford down low, and so they've been launching shots from long range, and they've been falling for the Tribe here early on in this game. They'll try to see if that can continue for them coming up in the second half. And the first quarter, it was all South Medford early on. They got out to a 15-1 lead on a 15-0 run. Roseburg got 2 free throws to start the game because South Medford was called for a technical for dunking during the pregame warm-ups. Micah Mendoza made 1 out of 2 from the free throw line, gave Roseburg a 1-0 lead, and then it was a 15-0 run once the game started for South Medford, and the Panthers were on top by 14, but Roseburg would chip away. They trailed by 8 at the end of the first quarter, 19-11. And Roseburg would hang around, got it down to single digits, some in that second quarter, but South Medford would stretch it out to a 14-point lead before the halftime break again, but Roseburg fought their way back, had it to single digits, but they trailed by 10 here at the break. Roseburg outscored 21-19 in that second period. We'll take a look at individual scoring when we come back after a quick 2-minute timeout, and we'll get you ready to go for the second half coming up as Roseburg and South Medford square off. Tonight's game, sponsored by Cascade Community Credit Union, belong to Douglas County. Back with more Roseburg High Sports here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
We are Douglas County Farmers Co-op, but we're not just for farmers. We serve all residents of Douglas County because we are Douglas County. Stop by today for everything from a tank of gas to a bite to eat anytime you're hungry. Pick up something for yourself, your home, and those you care for. Celebrating 100 years of service, Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Good people, good products, and good advice.
I am a nurse,
a firefighter,
a college student,
a mother,
and I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready
for every storm
and disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors,
my family,
and my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
As a doctor, I kept myself safe from COVID by following all the proper protocols. Then I visited my family, and we all got COVID. I debated getting the vaccine since I gained the COVID antibodies. I changed my mind because I learned the antibodies may not offer full protection. But getting the vaccine after COVID can help prevent you from getting sick again. It also lowers your risk of getting someone else sick. So whether you've already had COVID or you're still unvaccinated, please get the vaccine.
Halftime break, Roseburg trailing Medford 40-30. Joey Kieran here with you from South Medford High School. Again, a reminder, we're dealing with slow internet connection speeds here at South Medford High School. If you are having too many issues, just want to remind you can always live stream, listen live to 1490 The Score on 541radio.com, or you can always listen with the 541 radio app or tune in on 92.3 FM and 1490 AM there in Douglas County. Real quick, running through your scores from the first half of this one. For Roseburg, leading the way in double figures with 11 points is Micah Mendoza. Halfway to a season-high total for him. He had just 2 points the last time he took on South Medford. Behind him, 7 points for Hunter Fullerton. Fullerton had 7 points in the last game for Roseburg. He's 3 away from a season-high. 6 points for Danil Olson. 3 points for Carson Six, 3 points for Boston Williams. On the other side for South Medford with a game-high 17 points, Bowden Howell. He's got 3 3-pointers in this one. He's perfect from the free throw line, scored 13 in the second quarter. 10 points for Devin Malcolm, all 10 coming in the first quarter. Then you had 6 points for Jackson Whalen. 3 points for... I gave him to somebody, and that is not the right guy. Because that guy, I think I screwed up on giving points to somebody on that one. It's probably to Drew Hall. I think Drew Hall has 5 in this one. Let's go with that. So Drew Hall with 5 instead of 2. And let's run through the rest of them real quick. 2 points for Desmond Claiborne. And that does round out your scoring from the first half of this one for South Medford. All right, we'll get a final 60-second break in. Second half coming up here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Deciding where to purchase your next vehicle is just as important as the vehicle itself. At Roseburg Honda, our seasoned staff is dedicated to matching you with the right car. From sales to service, our goal is to make sure all of your needs are met, and you leave our dealership feeling good every time you visit. No need to waste your valuable time driving up and down the freeway when the ultimate car buying experience is right here at home. Roseburg Honda. We treat you like family.
At Brook Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brook Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brook Communications.
Third quarter action here from South Medford High School. Roseburg trails by 10, and the possession arrow does favor Roseburg, so they should get it here to start the second half. They'll be moving right to left on your radio dial, wearing the road blacks. In the home whites, South Medford will be moving left to right. South Medford leading 40-30. Roseburg, Carson 6, Carter Stedman, Boston Williams, Micah Mendoza, and Ben Pike on the floor to start out the second half. And for South Medford, Drew Hall out there, Jackson Whalen, Bowden Howell has entry into Carson 6, and Carson 6 up amongst the trees. Carson 6 works his way to 2 points to start things off for Roseburg here in the third quarter. Devin Malcolm out there along with Desmond Claiborne, your starting 5 here in the second half for South Medford. Wide open underneath, missing the easy bunny was Claiborne. Fights to get his own rebound, though. Took it back away from Roseburg. He'll get the 2. Roseburg almost had the stop there, but Claiborne giving credit for the second effort to get that ball back and get another look at it. Mendoza left side with it in the corner, back out to Pike. Pike coming off of that 18-point game last Saturday against South Eugene, a season high for him. 6 will get it as Roseburg works it from the right side across the perimeter out to the left side. Tried the step-away jumper, no good for Boston Williams, but he finds a wide-open Ben Pike who tried the hesitation, didn't lose the defense, but they just gave him an easy look at it. A launch for a 3 by Howell on the other side. Rebound pulled down by South Medford. Hall will get a second look for the Panthers here. Roseburg within 8 again, driving in the middle. A blocking foul called against Mendoza. Got run over by the Panthers. Jackson Whalen. Whalen's going to go to the free throw line as Micah Mendoza will pick up his second. Danil Olson is going to get ready to check in. Whalen making his first trip to the free throw line tonight. So far, perfect 6 of 6 from the line for the Panthers. Right-handed shooter. The gym just goes deadly quiet. First one goes through. Olson will check in for Mendoza. 6:36 to go in the third quarter. Second free throw coming up here for Whalen. And the rainbow shot falls in. Back to a 10-point lead for the Panthers. Out at the top, Williams passes it to Stedman here on the near side. Nearly lost the handle. Stedman driving to the baseline, left side, out to Pike. Pike, one dribble, back out between the circles to 6. 6 to the right side to Williams. Williams driving baseline, gets a look at a jumper. His shot affected by the defense and pulled down by South Medford. Up the floor, too fast on the pass by Malcolm. Through the hands of Claiborne. Out of bounds turnover by the Panthers. Hunter Fullerton will check back in for Roseburg. Ben Pike will take a seat. Pike with 2 points in the ball game coming here in the third quarter. Williams will run the point, bringing the ball up the floor for the Tribe. Into the half court. Boston Williams dribbles left, stops in the lane, kicks into the corner. 6, couple of head fakes, lost the handle on the basketball. Got too fancy with his dribbling. Push up the floor. Hall with it. Driving right side, baseline, cut off. Back out, one-hand pass to the top. They work it left side. Howell underneath, gets it right to Devin Malcolm, who gets a big jam. Another one-handed jam, his third dunk of the game. And a big 2 there for South Medford. Back out to a 12-point lead now for the Panthers. It was led by as many as 14, but Boston Williams answers on the other side. Williams will get a big 3 and needed those points there for Roseburg. Down to a 9-point lead. On the left wing, pass into the corner. Hall with it, going to try and take Fullerton on the dribble. Goes right, spin move left, blocked, and a foul call. Looked like Fullerton might have rejected that shot into the padding along the baseline. But instead they blow the whistle and call a foul on the shot. Going to the line will go Drew Hall for the second time this evening. Roseburg basketball brought to you by Dr. Lanson Randall. Accepting new patients. Call him at 541-378-6694. First free throw for Hall falls through. Forgot to tell you at halftime, but stick around for the postgame show when we name the Mountain Mike's Pizza player of the game. Mountain Mike's Pizza, the way it ought to be. Daniil Olson will sub out of the game. Ben Pike comes back in. 2 free throws go through for Drew Hall, and South Medford back out in front by 11. Williams gets it to Stedman, behind the back dribble, lost the defender but had to wait for the basketball. Pass it underneath to Pike. Pike tries the baseline jumper, no good. Rebound ripped down by Claiborne. Whalen will run it up the floor on the near sideline. Crossover dribble gets in the middle, and Roseburg just a hackathon here in this second half. Roseburg with 3 team fouls already. Let's reset our scoreboard for those watching online. Roseburg with 3 team fouls, none for South Medford. And back to the free throw line go the Panthers here in the third quarter. This will be their 5th and 6th free throws of the period. Whalen back at the line, hits the first. He's 3 for 3 from the stripe. High school hoops here on the score. Also sponsored by Chuck Swarman Family Auto Repair. Are you ready to go where life takes you? Still perfect at the line. The Panthers now up to 50 points in the ball game, 50-37, 13-point lead for South Medford. 4:47 to go, third quarter. Williams pauses out at the top. Will hand it off to Fullerton. Fullerton driving right side. Defense all over, swatting at the basketball. Will get it to Stedman on the right side before the 5-second count. Stedman driving in, got the defense there. Up and knocked to the floor. Ben Pike will get the 2, but no whistle, which got the Roseburg bench up in arms. But they do not get the call, but Roseburg does get the points. 11-point game, 50-39, 4:18 to play. Lob to the left elbow for Malcolm. He's got the smaller Williams working against him, trying to back him in. Double team, have the defense in the air, kicks out. Hall a 3, right on target. Drew Hall gets his second 3 of the game, 53-39. 14-point lead, again the largest for South Medford. Ball poked away, almost into the backcourt. Stedman keeps it, gets it to an open Fullerton. His 3 rattles around and off, and pulled down by the Panthers. Trying to work up the floor quickly, but they throw it away. Had Drew Hall in transition out in front of the defense, but it goes off his fingertips and out of bounds. Checking out of the game for South Medford, Claiborne comes out. And into the game for him is Titus Bloodsaw. Bounce to the top to Williams. Boston dribbles left side. Looking for that cutter. Found a way to slip it into 6. He drives baseline. His shot, though, off the mark. It was Fullerton that was slipping through the defense. He got it to 6 in the corner, and 6 shot does not fall. 3 in the corner on the other side. Well off the mark by Desmond Malcolm. But now he gets free as the rebound was way out. Lost the handle for the dunk, and he'll get his own rebound and go back up again. Got a couple of looks on that possession there for Devin Malcolm. Left side with it, Stedman. 55-39, 16-point lead, largest of the game for South Medford. Stedman in the corner, pass tipped, up and around, tipped, and it goes to South Medford. Substitution coming in for the Panthers, Gabe Adams. He'll come in for Devin Malcolm. Jackson Whalen will bring it up against Stedman. Pass it away left side, out to the top. Hall at the wing on the right side, beyond the perimeter to Howell in the corner. The sharpshooter driving in, gets airborne, got bumped, but as he falls behind the backboard, Bowden Howell will drain one through. 57-39, South Medford starting to grab control of this game here in the third. A corner 3, and Hunter Fullerton says not just yet. Fullerton trying to keep Roseburg in it. Back to a 15-point game. 57-42 with 2:15 to go, third quarter. Lob near side. Fadeaway three. That one looked almost like it was just right on target. And rebound pulled down by Roseburg. Howell missing a three there. No look pass left side. Dribbling through the traffic. Fullerton puts up a shot. That one off the left iron. Falling into the hands of the Panthers. Up the floor. 2-on-1. Easy two for Titus Bloodsaw. 17-point game. Just got out in transition there, South Medford. That's their type of basketball. Roseburg would love to slow it down, but if you don't make your shots, hard to do so with this long and athletic South Medford team. They got a lot of big-time players all over the floor. Driving right side, Roseburg. Cutter into the lane. Fullerton lost the handle. 1:20 to play, third quarter. South Medford with the takeaway. Dribbling up the near side, Hall, pass far side. At the left wing, Howell back out to the top with it. Whalen, head fake, drives right side. Easy lay-in for two. 61-42. 19-point game. Largest lead for the Panthers. And a timeout taken by Roseburg. Roseburg will take the timeout, and we will as well. 60-second timeout here on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
We are Douglas County Farmers Co-op, but we're not just for farmers. We serve all residents of Douglas County because we are Douglas County. Stop by today for everything from a tank of gas to a bite to eat anytime you're hungry. Pick up something for yourself, your home, and those you care for. Celebrating 100 years of service, Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Good people, good products, and good advice.
Hey there, sports fans. It's Joey Kieran with the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. We're bringing you more local sports content as we change up our weekday sports lineup. We've got the Bald-Faced Truth with John Canzano, noon to 3 every weekday. And then from 4 to 6 is the James Crepia Show. More local sports talk here on Douglas County's home for sports, the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
In fact, South Medford on a 21-12 advantage here in the third quarter. They've been lighting things up. The Roseburg Indians will have the basketball out of the timeout. Roseburg with 2 timeouts left in this contest. 58.4 seconds to go in the third quarter. Micah Mendoza will get it. Brings it out of the backcourt. Mendoza been on the bench much of the third quarter, dealing with a foul that he got called on earlier. Out at the top with it, lob in the middle. Stedman gets it to Olsen. Olsen with the left-handed hook shot. Danil Olsen gets Roseburg the bucket out of the timeout. You like to see that, like your offense to be able to work the play that you drew up in the huddle. On the left side with it, Howell. Left side, into the corner. Bringing the ball up is Adams, out to the top. Into the game is Cam Sewell. First time tonight for him. Howell from the free throw line gets another one. His jumper is just deadly. Up the floor. Boston Williams called for a travel. Got caught at the free throw line, shuffled the feet before he could pass away the basketball. Howell coming off of a 12-point game. Also had 12 points against Roseburg the first time the two teams met. Here in this one, 4 points here in the third quarter. He's up to 21 in the ballgame. Pass left side into the corner, a three. Got knocked to the ground was Adams, and the third quarter will come to an end. At the end of 3, it is 63-44. South Medford in front. 60-second timeout here on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Get ready to satisfy your dessert cravings with Mountain Mike's new mini churros. These delicious bite-sized churros are the perfect dessert to pair with your favorite Mountain Mike's pizza. Made with only the freshest and finest ingredients. Dough made fresh daily with 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings to the edge. For limited time only, get 16 mini churros for the whole family for only $4.99. Don't wait. Order yours today for dine-in, carry-out, or delivery.
I am a nurse,
a firefighter,
a college student,
a mother,
and I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready
for every storm.
and disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors,
my family,
and my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
Start the fourth quarter, Roseburg trailing South Medford 63-44. Joey Kieran here with you. Tonight's game brought to you by Barnes Heating and Cooling, your complete energy company. Visit barnesheatingandcooling.com or call them at 541-459-1545. South Medford starts with the basketball, running a play to get it to Cam Sewell. A three-point shot off the mark, rebound. Loose ball picked up by Roseburg. Tribe will get the stop. They trail by 19, their largest deficit of the ball game. Boston Williams will have it. Williams, Stedman, Pike, Olsen, and Mendoza on the floor for Roseburg. Head fake. Williams gets in, puts up the 8-foot jumper. It was just short for Boston Williams. Had a decent line on it, but he just didn't have enough behind it. Up the floor in the corner with it is Bloodsaw. Gets it to Adams. Adams fouled as he's driving in. And that whistle will stop play. Foul on the floor. That is the fourth team foul against Roseburg. 0 fouls against South Medford so far in the second half. That is the fourth foul against Mendoza. I thought he only had 2. He's got 4 now. So he was on the bench with 3 in that third quarter. Inbound coming from the baseline. Malcolm back in for Medford. They want to lob it into him. He'll get it and retreat back out beyond the three-point line. Hands it off. Howell back to Malcolm. Malcolm been dangerous with his athletic jumping ability. Spin move in the lane. He throws it up. That one comes back down to South Medford. Out deep, look at a 3 for Howell. He sets up, takes his time, and drains it. Fourth 3 of the game for Bowden Howell. Howell, the 6th leading scorer in the Southwest Conference coming into the game, averaging 13.9 a game. He is well above that. He's got a season high of 26. He might be getting close to breaking that number here tonight. Trying to pull up for the 3, Mendoza off the mark. Lob up the floor, and the defense recovers. Launch out for a 3 off the mark. Rebound up and over the backboard. 24 points in the game for Bowden Howell. His season high is 26, so he's close to breaking that number. That ball over the backboard, so it goes back to Roseburg after the miss. Roseburg trailing 66-44. That 22-point lead, the largest of the game. Olsen with it, left side. Pike beyond the arc, back to Olsen. Wants to attack, splits the defense. His shot blocked by Malcolm, but then there for the putback is Pike. Nice job by Pike to be alert and there to pick up and clean the glass. Up the floor, Malcolm will launch a deep 3. That one rims off. Rebound pulled down by Mendoza. Mendoza going to push it up the floor, gets it to Stedman. Racing, going to go right to the rim. He'll lay it in. Carter Stedman gets his first 2 of the night. Roseburg, little rally here. A 3 from the left side, off the mark by South Medford's Whalen. Rebound pulled down by Roseburg. They trail by 18, but making a little bit of a run here. One-handed pass to Olsen, launches a 3. Need it. That one doesn't go, but a rebound. And the foul called on Stedman, trying to battle for the rebound against the much bigger Devin Malcolm. Stedman picking up the foul. I believe his second. It is. Carter Stedman will work in the backcourt with Jackson Whalen. Whalen will bring it up, gets a foul call as Stedman will pick up his 3rd quickly there, trying to stay in front of Jackson Whalen. That'll be the 6th team foul against Roseburg, still none against South Medford. In the corner, Whalen lobs it into Malcolm, got bumped, but he was right underneath the basket, able to go with the reverse lay-in for 2. Up to 16 points in the game for Devin Malcolm, 2nd leading scorer. He had 22 in the last game for South Medford against Grants Pass and had 16 against Roseburg. Whistle is driving in Devin Olsen. And a foul against South Medford, their first of the second half. This one goes against Drew Hall, his first. So it'll be a shooting foul that'll send Daniil Olson to the line. Roseburg has not shot free throws since the second quarter. 8 free throws in the game, 2 of them coming before the game even officially started, as Olson will roll through the first one. That one, a couple of trips around the rim before it sank through. Back down by 19. Second free throw, Olson gets that one to go through. Substitution coming in for Ben Pike will be Jace Wilder into the game. Wilder, the junior, will check in for Pike. Bounce pass on the right wing with it. Hall working against Mendoza, finds the baseline cutter. Malcolm, count the bucket, and he goes to the line. Devin Malcolm will put South Medford back up by 20 at 70 points to Roseburg's 50. That foul goes against Daniil Olson. And one play coming up here for Malcolm. And he misses. Rebound tipped up, pulled down by Medford. They'll get another look here. Wide open in the corner. Claiborne launches the three. Back iron, no good. Rebound tipped up, pulled down by Williams. Williams working in the backcourt. Double team. He'll get it to Stedman. Stedman up the floor, left side to Olson. Driving baseline underneath the basket. Wants to go up. Forces up a shot. No good as he got knocked to the floor. Up the way we go. And it's Bowden Howell. Howell will get 2 points with the lay-in. And that ties his season high at 26 points. And it's a 22-point lead once again for South Medford as Roseburg will take its second to last time out. Let's go ahead and take a 30-second break. We'll come back to continue the fourth quarter with 4:07 to play here on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
We are Douglas County Farmers Co-op, but we're not just for farmers. We serve all residents of Douglas County because we are Douglas County. Stop by today for everything from a tank of gas to a bite to eat anytime you're hungry. Pick up something for yourself, your home, and those you care for. Celebrating 100 years of service, Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Good people, good products, and good advice.
Back with 4:07 to play here in the fourth quarter. Roseburg trailing by 22. Roseburg will have the basketball out of the timeout. Carter Stedman gets it to Boston Williams. Going to launch a left wing three. That one looked fluid. Third three of the game for Boston Williams. Back under 20 points for South Medford. Roseburg trying to keep it respectable here in the final 4 minutes of this fourth quarter. It would be a big-time comeback if they could do it. But they got to get some stops, and that is Desmond Claiborne for another 2 for South Medford. Can't trade buckets. Got to get a stop here in the final 4 minutes if Roseburg wants any chance of making a huge comeback. Also got to work quick. Crossover back to his left. Stedman. Offensive foul. Carter Stedman called for his fourth. He's gotten 3 here in this fourth quarter. And it is a line change here for the Panthers, leading 74-53. South Medford will bring in a brand new 5, leading by 19 with 3:23 to go. Ty Henry will check into the game. So does Cam Sewell. Roseburg going with their full court press. Back into the game, DJ Daniel. And a timeout taken by South Medford. We'll get you all the guys on the floor for the Panthers out of the timeout. First timeout taken by South Medford. No, second timeout that they've taken in the game. Well, looking at this South Medford team, they're going to be dangerous this year for anybody. Roseburg, I think, putting up a nice effort here tonight. They're shorthanded a little bit tonight. South Medford is also without one of their top scorers, and Junior Sleezer is going to be out until Friday with a broken finger. But you've got, from South Medford, Devin Malcolm averaging 16.5 points a game. Bowden Howell averaging 13.9. Junior Sleezer, who's out tonight, averaging 13.7. And then Jackson Wayland averaging 10.5. That is 4 players averaging over 10 points a game for this South Medford team that comes in averaging 69.7. Actually, those are old numbers, I believe there, 69.7. That's not accurate. This is a South Medford team that has been doing very well, just to say the least. So they're going to be a tough team to take down in the Southwest Conference this year. They've got the black and blue game coming up against North Medford here later this week, and that'll be a fun one for both these teams. That'll be Friday. A 3 from the right side off the mark for South Medford, and rebound pulled down. That was Deacon Edgar, who's wearing Junior Sleezer's number tonight. 3 by Boston Williams. Oh, that looked on target, just off the mark. Rebound grabbed by the Panthers. Up the floor they come. Going to try a 3 on the other side. It's just everybody wants the 3 ball tonight. Trying to fight for the rebound underneath. Boston Williams outnumbered there. And a putback bucket for Deacon Edgar. Up the floor, Roseburg goes. Danil Olson going to draw a foul. Whoops, wrong button there. 23-point lead for South Medford at 76-53. Danil Olson will go to the line. So you've got Ty Henry, Cam Sewell, and Deacon Edgar on the floor, along with DJ Daniel, a senior. As Olson will hit the first. And the other guy that I'm missing, that is Dylan Espinoza. That's the other guy that I couldn't figure out there. Olson will get them both at the line. 76-55, Roseburg trailing by 21. Guy wide open for South Medford. Finally, they'll push it up the floor to him. And an easy 2 points for Dylan Espinoza. Mendoza will have it out near the center circle for Roseburg. 2 minutes to go here in this contest. Mendoza with it, left side. Dribbles baseline, gets airborne. Shot just a bit short. Offensive board for Olson. Danil Olson, another 2. And Roseburg with the steal. Mendoza hit as he goes up to the rim. And Micah Mendoza will be heading to the free throw line to see if Roseburg can get it back under 20 again. This one will go against Dylan Cam Sewell. 1:50 to go, so South Medford will take on North Medford coming up on Friday in their black and blue game as Mendoza hits the first. Asher of Vredenburg will check in for Roseburg. Carter Stedman will take a seat. For Roseburg, next game is going to be at home against Grants Pass. A game you'd like to think is one Roseburg has a good chance in. 1:45 to play in the ball game. Pass up the floor is off the mark, and Roseburg will get it. Wilder into Fullerton. Vredenburg out there, Mendoza and Olson. Olson asking for the lob. And that pass knocked away by South Medford. Up the floor, right side, bounce in the middle, spin move, lay in, wild shot, doesn't fall. And a whistle. This will go to Roseburg here with 1:29 to go. 78-59 the score. Deacon Edgar called for the foul. Roseburg will race it into the half court. Hunter Fullerton. Pass knocked away. Vredenburg will inbound from the far sideline. Fullerton will get it. Drives into the lane. Stop. Kick to the corner. Olson a 3. The lefty off the mark. Rebound pulled down by South. Coming through the center circle. Sewell will pass away left side. Ball to the middle is nearly lost by the Panthers. Left side at the wing. Didn't want to take the shot. Ball taken away. Here we go. Mendoza throws down the one-handed jam. A little bit of a consolation prize for Micah Mendoza. Second game that he's gotten a one-handed dunk. Roseburg will get over 60 points in the contest. Driving in, a wild shot goes and one. Going to the line will be DJ Daniel. And that foul will go against Olsen. To 80 points tonight for the Panthers. Their highest was 87 this season. And one no for Daniel. Roseburg bringing it up. Fullerton across the timeline. Left side, 30 seconds to play. Driving baseline, Vredenberg. Shot falls off and almost gets a steal. Now the ball is knocked to Olsen, and Daniil Olsen for a quick two. Some tough defense by Roseburg there. Ball knocked away going up the far sideline. And DJ Daniel coming up a little bit limpy. Might have fallen into the bleachers there. They call a foul against Roseburg. That's what stops play here. Vredenberg will pick up his first. DJ Daniel will go to the line as South Medford is into the double bonus here. First free throw goes through for Daniel. Second free throw coming up. 17.4 seconds to play, and it will fall through. 82-63, 19-point game. Vredenberg jump stop in the lane, turnaround. He hits the bucket. Vredenberg will get his first points of the game. On the sideline, safe back inbound by Daniel. 1 second to go, and this game is final. Well, Roseburg doing their best to put up a fight against a talented Panthers team, and I'd say they did all right. Short-handed here tonight. Roseburg did a nice job, but too much in the second half. South Medford pulling away for the 82-65 victory. We'll come back with a quick post-game show here from Medford and then get ourselves back on the road, heading home late tonight. 82-65, your final score. Post-game show coming up here after a 2-minute break on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 the score. 541radio.com and the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
We are Douglas County Farmers Co-op, but we're not just for farmers. We serve all residents of Douglas County because we are Douglas County. Stop by today for everything from a tank of gas to a bite to eat anytime you're hungry. Pick up something for yourself, your home, and those you care for. Celebrating 100 years of service, Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Good people, good products, and good advice.
I am a nurse,
a firefighter,
a college student,
a mother,
and I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready
for every storm
and disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors,
my family,
and my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
As a doctor, I kept myself safe from COVID by following all the proper protocols. Then I visited my family, and we all got COVID. I debated getting the vaccine since I gained the COVID antibodies. I changed my mind because I learned the antibodies may not offer full protection. But getting the vaccine after COVID can help prevent you from getting sick again. It also lowers your risk of getting someone else sick. So whether you've already had COVID or you're still unvaccinated, please get the vaccine.
Back here at South Medford High School for a quick post-game show as we wrap this one up. 82-65, your final score here. Roseburg falling against South Medford The Panthers will win their 7th straight. They go to 3-0 in conference play, 13-2 on the year. Roseburg will be back in the loss column after their win on Saturday against South Eugene. They are now 4-10 on the year and 1-2 in conference play. It was a big double-digit lead early in the game for South Medford, up by 14 early in the first period, but Roseburg would chip it away, make it an 8-point game at the end of 1. South Medford would stretch it back out to 14 in the second quarter, but Roseburg got it back down. It was a 10-point game at halftime, but then South Medford just continued to add to the lead. They outscore Roseburg 23-14 in the third quarter. Roseburg does outscore South Medford 21-19 in the fourth quarter, but not enough for the comeback as they fall 82-65. Taking a look at our numbers here tonight, a season high 26 points for Bowden Howell, a game high here tonight as he leads the way for the Panthers. Behind him, 19 points for Devin Malcolm, 12 points for Jackson Whalen, and 10 points for Drew Hall. 4 players in double figures tonight for the Panthers. Also 3 points for DJ Daniel, and you had 2 points for Titus Bloodsaw, 6 for Desmond Claiborne, 2 for Dylan Espinoza, and 2 for Deacon Edgar. On the other side for Roseburg with 15 points is Micah Mendoza. Leading the way with 16 is Danil Olson. He had the high for Roseburg. Roseburg with 3 players in double figures. Olson with 16, Mendoza with 15, and Hunter Fullerton with 10, tying his season high here tonight. Also with 9 points, Boston Williams on 3 3-pointers. 6 points for Ben Pike. 2 points for Carter Stedman, 2 points for Asher Vredenberg, and 5 points for Carson Six. No Colton Marsters tonight for Roseburg. So that is a look at how this one played out here tonight for the Roseburg boys. Their next game is going to be against Grants Pass at home on Friday night. For South Medford, their next game here at home against North Medford on Friday. As we wrap things up, I want to say thanks to some of our sponsors here tonight, like Roseburg Honda, Flyaway Travel, Fisher's Hearth and Home, Good Vibrations, DC Farmers Co-op, and Cascade Community Credit Union. It's time now to name our Mountain Mike's Pizza player of the game for the Roseburg Indians. The Roseburg player of the game tonight will be, I'm going to give it to Danil Olson, your leading scorer, with 16 points, going 4 for 4 from the free throw line. Had points in every quarter, was all around a good performance tonight from Danil Olson, the senior. He is your Mountain Mike's Pizza player of the game. The Mountain Mike's Pizza player of the game is honored with a $50 gift certificate to use at Mountain Mike's Pizza. They're in Roseburg off of West Harvard Avenue, and they're by the 124 interchange at I-5 and right next to Roseburg High School. That is Mountain Mike's Pizza, pizza the way it ought to be. And that is going to do it for us here tonight. Everybody else is headed out of the gym. We should probably go ahead and start packing things up ourselves, so we'll go ahead and do so. As we head on out here tonight, I want to remind you our next broadcast is going to be tomorrow night as we cover Roseburg Wrestling. They're hosting Grants Pass tomorrow night for senior night. You've got to be on the list to get in the door for home events at Roseburg High School at the moment, so if you have been invited by a coach or a player, they're welcome to have you there, but if not, we'll have you covered, and we'll be there broadcasting JV and varsity, starting with the JV meet at 5:45 or thereabouts coming up tomorrow night. That'll be video stream only, no radio broadcast of that one, but we'll have you covered there from Roseburg High School. And looking forward to covering some more Roseburg wrestling tomorrow night. As for basketball, our next broadcast will be Friday at home for the Roseburg boys, and then Saturday we'll be on the road back here in Medford at North Medford for boys and girls. Want to say thanks to South Medford for hosting us here tonight. Thanks to the man himself, B.G. Gould, for all the help that he does in in Medford sports in general, and then for helping all of us visiting folks that come down here to broadcast as well. Want to say thanks to Athletic Director Russ Bolin, Head Coach Jordan Humphreys, and the entire Roseburg basketball program for allowing us to bring you another season of Roseburg basketball here on The Score. Want to say thanks to Brenton Cranford back in the studio for the radio production tonight, and as always, a thanks to you, the fan, for tuning in for tonight's broadcast, because, of course, without you, I'm just a guy sitting here talking to myself. I'm Joey Keyran. We will talk with you guys coming up on Wednesday night, and that's tomorrow night, as Roseburg Wrestling is in action against Grants Pass, and then we'll catch you on Friday as we host the Grants Pass Cavemen for boys basketball as well. You can always find the broadcast schedule posted online at 541radio.com. Have a wonderful evening, everybody, and we'll talk to you tomorrow night for Roseburg Wrestling on 541radio.com, and Friday night on The Score with Roseburg basketball here on the radio, and as well streaming online at 541radio.com. I've screwed up all of my post-game stuff here, so let's just get on out. I'm Joey Keyran. Have a wonderful night, folks. This has been Roseburg Hoops on